Pressure.
Let's try the healing light one.
Okay. Oh, I mean,
Have you ever used that one before?
I think I've tried them all at least once.
Okay.
But, if you're not feeling it when we start... And actually, we can do this. So hit explore. Because I think out of cards... Oh, actually, I kind of like it. They're figures.
Yeah. It was just like, this is like I want this question to be like a healing question in terms of like, do we need to close this door and just kind of...
I'm feeling it.
Okay.
All right. I think you picked a good one.
Okay.
Okay, so...
How do I word this question?
Yes, go ahead. Get some water.
I don't really want to say what is the outcome because that's so definite. Well, the person's name, we're not going to say that. We're just going to say I. Should I and I see if there is like a second chance, or like how do you how would you word that?
Another opportunity.
Yeah. What
for love, for a relationship?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, is there another? I can spell today. Okay, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah,
I like it. I think it's
good.
very direct, and
This is making me nervous about it.
I'm really can't wait to see what the interview this deck comes up with. Okay,
we're gonna try something else. We're gonna do this one.
Okay. I think you...
This is cool.
So you like the virtual experience, the digital divination experience?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then we're going to hit draw.
My stomach is starting to hurt.
Okay, just breathe. I like the artwork so far, too. Like, no
And
offense,
like
it's like two souls.
Yeah, that's why I was just like...
Coming together.
Let's just do it. If we're going to do it, let's just
jump right into it. Okay, you have to bear with me too. I might have to figure out. I think that's 10 of Pentacles. You got the moon again. All right, I'm gonna have to investigate that. When we previewed this deck, my eye immediately went to lovers.
Yeah, mine immediately went to that as well, but I didn't want to say anything.
All right, we're gonna just park that right there. I think it's this. I mean, this card really does stand out. It caught my eye. Our eye.
Yes.
So no surprise. So I think we're on brand so far. And let's see what this next card is. Temperance again.
Jesus.
I think what Spirit is telling me, this is you're getting the card of balance and figuring things out is more than just these scenarios with your work and this relationship, which was your whole life right now.
I think I think that you're absolutely accurate. I think I'm doing a lot of like unfolding in life and just trying to come to terms with a lot and just, being consistent with my emotions and how I feel and trying to just get back to self. So I definitely agree. I think that it's really up to me how I want these situations to go. Because I know who I am as a person, and I know that when I'm not in the mood, I could just kind of be like,
"Yep,
I'm just not dealing with this." So, I think it's more so like God telling me like, you're gonna have to pick what you really want versus what you think that you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
So far, I feel with him, he makes you feel very stable and secure.
Extremely.
I think look down at the bottom. That's a family coming together, and to me that symbol. So this is the
it's a boy. It's a boy. I've been kind of like praying for a son.
Oh, is that there's a little figure there too? Well,
it looks like it's a boy.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say, this symbol here is the Kabbalah Tree of Life.
Oh, okay.
So I think that stamps the past life twin flame, trying to figure out how does this love story really end.
I definitely agree that it's like a twin flame kind of thing, but isn't that a bad thing?
I don't think twin flame is bad.
Okay.
It's definitely, I feel like twin flame, like just like law of attraction, people need to get back to the original definition. Mm-hmm. And twin flame to me is just a relationship that is so, in all, is completely transformative.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be, I feel like twin flame can, like I went through the experience and it just about killed me, but then it opened me up to the beauty of life. And I think a twin flame can be a soul relationship that goes extremely well, and that also can be extremely transformative. So I think again, everything has a duality. Okay. But you're right, twin flame like can be definitely just like, what does that word really mean? I want to clarify this moon, Dad, like before I even, because I'm like, why does it keep? All right, we gotta look at this. I'm not sure. Is that 4 or 6? What is? 9 of Swords. You have
what?
Kalita. You know when we gonna start having these issues digitally like we had when we pulled real cards. Tell people. Well, all right. Well, let me recap this story out because we're gonna keep it high level. Mm-hmm. You get a lot of repeat cards. This is the same one from, hold on.
The one before. Mm-hmm.
The 9 of Swords. That was the lady with all the stress. Mm-hmm. The swords going through her head. You got the moon last time, temperance last time. Hold on, though. Something I can't move past. The moon it's all feminine themes. What? I'm sorry, this is bouncing around. Stay still. What is...
Didn't we get that in the last one? Is that like some type of cups or something?
More cups definitely again so far, but okay. You who saw the little boy, mm-hmm. This is the same happy family. Commitment bears fruit. So, and the moon card is strange. I don't know, but this is that's worry. But I mean, I think that's also stress. It's a process to.
I mean, I think with us, because of history, we have a lot to unpack. It's like kind of like a scary place because we've done this before for 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we would like in our minds for it to be different. But you're not really sure if it's going to be different.
And you can't skip that step in the middle.
Yes, you just can't.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to, I think, unpack. And I'm
going to... the wounds, deep wounds.
Yes, and I think that I'm also going to have to, again, choose my words wisely because he is a person that just kind of makes me just... I don't know. I don't want to say it's traumatizing because that's not the right word, but he's a person that he sees me as a whole person, whereas most people they don't know all sides of me. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So there's things for both of us that I feel like when we talk about certain things, they're triggering or they're kind of
very raw.
Yes, and it's very like, do I really want to? That's why I was like, it to me. I want to be in this space with him, but at the same time I know the work that it's gonna have to take to be in this space with him. But do I think that we can have
that's definitely there. That's that stress.
Do I think that we can have everything? We can. However, I think this was the reason why we had to separate to kind of see what the world was offering. And then choose like, well, I've done enough dating and it's still not this person, and that's where I'm at. Yep. I don't know if that's where he's at, but yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say one thing I like so far about why you selected this deck. Like all the cards have the symbolism of circles coming together, and like the overlap. Like to me, that the overlap is the sharing of the life, and also, I mean, I'm not saying that's the outcome y'all want, but also it's like 2 wedding rings. There's so many different like visual plays that you can get from the art.
Would you be able to like pull his energy, or like no? Like if I was to say, what does he feel? Could you like?
Yeah, well let's now read this line of the lovers, and let's see. So I feel, so I think this is more you still. Like I said, this about getting your whole life in balance. And remember, he showed up so far here as, like I said, feeling safe and secure. I think this is y'all situation. So, but yeah, so now let's go down here from the lovers. And actually, let me put 2. Since you spoke him up, we'll say, but let me just see. I'll know who's who based on the cards. So, 7 of Swords and Ace of Cups. Just making sure. Does this say 7? I think yeah, but that's like 5. So 7 of Swords normally is someone who hasn't been honest in the past. Who's the more emotional person?
I think that he is, but he doesn't show it. He's a Virgo.
Okay, hold on. Does he like to stay inside?
He's yes. When he's comfortable, he's a person where he doesn't really need to do much.
Okay, so I think because a hermit is a person that is, it can be like. That's actually someone who can be like a bookworm, but they do stay inside. They keep to themselves.
I think it's a bit of both of us, because he has a bit of Pisces in him as well.
Well, then let me now go back over to see who. So over here, I mean, this could be you. I mean, so 7 of Swords, like I said, someone. I mean, how? I guess to me, back to, I think what keeps coming to mind is, you're wondering what does he feel about this whole potential opportunity. And to me it goes back to, can he trust you? He wonders about trust. He wonders about,
both wonder about trust.
Are we going to move too fast again? Because Knight of Swords is, you see, it's almost like a blur.
It's funny because I was saying that to myself as well. Like, I don't want to like go off of past feelings. I think we both want to. It's funny because I can like almost energetically feel him. Like I kind of felt him kind of slowly creeping his way back into my life. But in my mind, it was just like, you have other things to be more concerned with. But I think we are both, when we did speak, it was like we both want to get into a space where we know that we love each other. We know that we're very compatible, but we don't want to be held. We don't want to be looked as what we used to be. And we want to take our time with the process, because what's the point of doing it again if it's, you know what I'm saying, if we're going to make the same mistakes that we made last time? It's kind of pointless.
Okay, so I just wanted to just keep pulling as you were talking, but I think, so first and foremost, absolutely, he comes, that that Virgo earthiness comes out as far as, again, flipping back to how he makes you feel. But I think what's interesting is this Ace of Pentacles and even the 10 here, I think as far as you now also are way more stable. And again, you got you got another repeater, Magician, which was all those tools on the table. But this is you leveled up, and that's going to be noticed. And that's going to be not, I don't want to say enjoyed, not respect. What's the word I'm looking for? Like bet. Oh, you are bringing that to the table. Like this table. Oh yeah, because traditionally this is the table. The table is not just my, not to say that you didn't bring anything to the past too, but it's just like I said, you have leveled up, and now the coming together. It's like, yes, he can be impressed by the feelings and all the stuff from the past, but it's been some time. Now he's also impressed by more stuff. Okay. And I think here, like this, a young heart, and childlike joy. So I think this is just the idea of two sparks coming together, what it can be. So looking at the future, I think the future is bright, but like you said, there's still going to be the I don't, what comes to mind is the messiness of doing that work, that middle step. But it's interesting too, like the rainbow here, the rainbow there, the tools, the brightness, and even you here trying to get things together, but it's going to take time. And I think with him, stubborn, is he more the stubborn type? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's going to get in the way. But you need to see what Spirit is telling me is you need to see, so your growth is there. Mm-hmm. You need to see growth in him too.
That's where I'm at as well.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We have such a natural such of a natural connection mm-hmm. that sometimes we forget to do the work because we're just so like, this feels mm-hmm. good. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want us to be distracted by the fact that it just feels good, because we need to actually be adults about this, because there's no more time to waste.
So, you may be a little bit surprised that he may be a little more scattered than you realize, because I think some plans may have changed on him. Mm-hmm. As an Earth sign, don't get me wrong, they're going to be having backup plans, and their Earth sign scattered is not like an air sign scattered, but again, like this brightness. So 3 of Wands is a plan coming together. Mm-hmm. And, I'm not just saying, how some people, I guess I'll say it like this, some people do better when they're in relationships. Some people can still be successful on their own, but they're like 10 times as better when they have a good partner. Mm-hmm. I think that may be something that is, that he may think about. And I don't know if was that the situation when y'all were together? Were y'all both more successful?
I feel like when we were younger, he felt like me pushing him mm-hmm. to be successful, because I knew how successful he could be at mm-hmm. the time. Being young, it was just like, I'm doing good already. Like, what's the issue? And I think that was a lot of the reason why we did separate, because to him it was just like, you're always challenging me. You're always like pushing me to,
Oh, that definitely was you over here. Then.
To be more. And it's like, why can't you just be happy with where we are? And I think life had to teach him that a lot of what he thought was gonna be accepted would only be accepted by a certain type of person. But who he is as his core is a person who I feel as though he needs that type of stability to kind of pull him in, but he wasn't sure of that until he kind of went out into the world.
Yeah, he done had his head rocked. and I'm sorry, was that too much?
No, I'm laughing because I used to tell him that all the time. He would say things to me like, "Oh, you girls don't, like when you think about other girls and your friends and what they go through," and I'll just be like, "I'm not other girls, but you could go into the streets and see what the streets will give you." And I think in the streets he found out that it was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to pay, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to do that, I'm a
5 defeat,
yes,
bruised but not broken,
yes,
the devil, fear, entrapment,
yes,
but he may be wounded.
He may be wounded.
I think did we get clarity on if he's open to the rekindling, the talking? Did we get clarity on that? Because I just want to be sure, but I feel like if and when, because I'm feeling like, I don't know, are y'all able to be, is this just a friend situation, or does it need to be a relationship situation?
No, we can be friends. That's what I'm saying. Because even when the other person said what they said, soulmate doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a friend. So, yeah. To me, I just want it to be healthy, whatever it is.
Let's see. Like, ooh, wow. Magician wanted to pop up. Did I even?
It went back down.
Okay, I was trying to pull 2 more goddamn pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. I feel like that's him. This is you again. But that's, is that like a bug or a locust? That looks kind of crazy. Oh, 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is all still feeling very heavy, but I think he needs a friend at a minimum. I think there's something not being told, not in the keeping secrets way, but I don't know. I just feel like whatever has gone down at work for the last few years, or this time gap that y'all have, because there hasn't been a lot of communication there, correct?
No.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack. Yeah, I think, there's a heaviness. The heaviness I was feeling is not just him being an earth sign, but that experience, something that has happened at work, has reshaped him.
You mean like actual work or okay?
His job, his career, or something. Can you state what he does?
He's in the military.
Oh yeah, so overseas.
He's been all over.
Yeah, that's left him a little stressed. And
so the thing that I don't want him to do is look at me as a safe space, like, oh well, because sometimes when people go through things, they reminisce on something and be like, oh well, when I was with this person, I felt this and I felt complete, and this person. No, I really want him to be like, this is what I want, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get what I want. Not, I'm gonna show you the life that I used to show you before, and be there for you, and
Let's go back to actually it's coming back up. So some of his energy popped up as Two of Swords, which is indecisive. Ten of Swords, that's collapse plan. So I feel like that's not someone who's making good decisions. I think back to the sparks. I think there is a reliance on you and your light and what you can bring, as far as, like you said, like helping to keep his chin up, as opposed to more of a balance, more of him bringing that strength of earth. Okay. So I'm just saying, I guess to me, I don't know, I'm feeling like a little bit of indecisiveness there. So watch out for that.
And I completely agree, and that's why I said the situation before where I was just like, I think that he understands that I'm also in a place where I'm like, I'm moving forward regardless as to what. So that's why when he was given that indecisive energy, I was just like, okay, it's been nice. I'll move on. And then he decided to think about it, and then, okay, let's take this baby step and see. But at this point, I'm just like, we're grown.
Yeah, you gotta see that type of growth.
You need to, pick something and work on it. If we're gonna be friends, let's just be friends, and let's work on being friends. If we're gonna be more than friends, then say that if that's what you really want, and we can work towards that. But I don't want it to be like a rush thing because of the past.
I think definitely watch out. So 10 of Cups can be, nostalgic. Cups in general can be nostalgic. Water, thinking back. Because I think there's some aspect of him, like this also popped up when we're talking about what is it that it needs to be. And this is a burden. Like, it's kind of weird, like, even though it kind of looks like, it is an insect, it also can be like carrying, I don't know, a lady or something like that. But, he's already hunched over. It's just, right here, oppression. If your burden becomes too heavy to carry, it may be time to drop it. Is this even worth carrying? And I don't know, something in me kind of feels a hesitancy when he thinks about a relationship. Let me clarify. Oh, that again. See, Three of Pentacles. And I think this goes back to what I said about your glow up. So far, not that clearly, not to say that he doesn't appreciate your beauty and, your personality, but I feel like your financial situation, like your career or whatever you have going for you, is kind of more impressive. I don't know what that means, but
I think that could be accurate, because I think we both were together so long that it was just kind of like, I don't care about your looks anymore. Like, who are you as a person?
Yeah.
And I think as well, he's been around a lot with his job to realize that there's not much substance in the world. Like, people are looking good and they seem to have it all, but there's no substance.
So I think you're right. I think you have hit on back to, and think about what a triangle is, very secure and solid. Mm-hmm. So I think you're right. Y'all need to figure out what, I'm just saying, what do we have in common? What can we grow on? How can we build? Mm-hmm. And if y'all aren't able to be that solid pyramid, then it's not going to work. In a way that, like I said, building, I guess, and maybe more of a relationship way. Okay. Let me see here what else it may say. Collaboration with others, union of man and woman. 3 is the number of the Trinity, Holy Trinity. But this is good for collaboration, and I think what comes to mind, and I think a good way to kind of end is, this is very mature. I think sitting down and literally almost taking stock material, not whipping our heads, or cups were being too emotional. No, it's like, I got this. I can bring this, that, and the other to the table. What can you bring to the table? What are you about? Like, where are your goals? Are they written down? What are you manifesting? Like, that's how you roll. How does he roll? And like you said, it needs to be tangible. No pie in the sky, like, I wish. No, what do you have?
Something that he hated about me, we would always like go back and forth because I wasn't as structured, which I will definitely give him credit for. He has taught me a lot about having structure because of his meticulous Virgo self.
yeah, they don't.
So I just, even when we separated, I had to learn a lot because he was a safe space for me. Mm-hmm, so it was kind of like, you have to get your life together whether he exists or not. So I have done the work to suffice, and this is what I can bring to the table.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a good way to kind of end. Yeah. On the 3, and that's a lot of communication too. 3. I know this is a lot of cards, but I'll still just take a picture for you. I really like this deck. Actually, you have convinced me to work with it more.
Yeah, I like
it's really pretty. Yeah. Okay, so our last reading is health, right?
Yeah.